Alright, everybody started somewhere in Fortnite Creative. Some of you guys came from other games, some of you guys came from VR, but overall there's a bunch of levels to it. And today I'm going to show you guys the 11 levels that I think kind of fit to Fortnite Creative. And I also want to know which level you were in, so make sure to comment down below. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. Well, level 1, what can I say? You're here from VR because you heard of this amazing game mode where you can freely express your creativity, called Creative. And when you hear building, you only think of cranking 90s and the normal building pieces from VR. You basically have no clue of what's going on and the creative menu is completely overwhelming you. Well, there's nothing to be ashamed of to be in this level. I would also assume that a lot of you guys even skipped this level because you already had some kind of knowledge on what's going on in creative. Level 2, or how I like to call it, the VR player in Creative starter kit. In this level you're a little bit comfortable with Fortnite and Fortnite Creative in a whole. You're obviously a little bit scared of the creative menu, so you don't touch any of these prefabs or galleries. But you do touch all of the things that you understand and know. These will obviously mainly include of traps, weapons, and obviously the building pieces that you already know and exist in VR. And you might start building your own little house. Level 3. The prefab enjoyer. You love practicing Fortnite Creative, but the building pieces are just not good enough. You want to have a real VR map. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna throw down a bunch of prefab pieces from different galleries and maybe even connect a few of them and use the pieces that are in there. But you're far from using your creative phone to its full potential or even going out of grid snap at all. Level 4, the Prefab Customizer. You started understanding your creative phone and you understand what the copy and paste option is. So now you start deleting and copying and pasting a bunch of stuff. You don't really go out of your way to create new stuff and don't use galleries, but you can rearrange the prefabs and customize them to your liking. But having custom grid snaps is just something you keep your distance from. Level 5 at the experiment phase. You now start using galleries and start using them on a custom grid snap. You overcame the fear of only using grid snap in hard locks and you start building custom shapes. However, you don't really feel comfortable with the things you're building and oftentimes you go back to the prefabs because they look just a little bit better. But you slowly start building confidence. Also, your interior design looks a little bit lost. Level 6, the confident phase. You now have experience with grid snap, you now feel a little bit more comfortable with galleries, and you almost primarily build in smaller grid snaps. Your buildings improved a lot when it comes to the architecture side, your interior still looks a little bit odd, and you actually start getting your first compliments on how good your buildings are looking. When you go into details, you sometimes see those little things which you didn't fix or didn't know how to fix. Level 7, which I like to call the modern house phase. This is the phase where you start using the primitive shapes and other shapes which are not meant to be used as building pieces, but you most likely just build modern houses which are easy to build. They're very easy to rebuild in Fortnite because of the architecture. However, you now feel very confident with using grid snaps, using no grid, you know all the little tricks and tips, but when it comes down to very small details or building very custom shapes, you still have a very far way to go. Level 8, the custom phase. In here you start building a little bit more detailed projects such as cars and anything that has a lot of details, which is not as easy as a modern house. The things that you build in here cannot be found in a YouTube tutorial. The buildings in here most likely take hours upon hours and you having to figure out which shape is the best for the one that you need right now. However, when it comes down to creating full entire creative maps, you're most likely going to only have one of these very detailed things in your map and the rest is going to be fairly simple. Level 9, or as I like to call it, the custom gods. By now you basically know every single item or every single prop in Fortnite Creative and you know which item to use in which situation. And instead of you copying other people's work, people actually start copying you and using your work as a reference in their maps. However, there's still 2 more levels. Level 10 is everything that is level 9, but level 10 can also use the mechanics to its advantage to create even more custom shapes that level 9 cannot use the mechanic side of Fortnite Creative to make the artistic build stand out even more. And level 10 can basically do exactly that. Level 10 can use custom-made mechanics and custom-made props and merge them together, create an even more unique experience, which would even leave the best builders speechless and wondering how they did that. Level 11. There's actually no one that reached level 11 yet. The reason for that is that Fortnite Creative doesn't give us the option to reach level 11. We'll be someone that can fully model some characters in Blender and can also fully animate them. For me, that would be someone that fits in level 11 and is basically mastered Fortnite Creative as a whole. If you can actually master the part of creating things as custom as modeling something and also basically having mastered all of the mechanical parts in Fortnite Creative. So if I would do the same level system with people that build mechanics, then these two lists would merge together at level 11 and then people that have mastered mastered both the architectural side and the mechanical side of Fortnite Creative, would be level 11 for me. Definitely let me know what you think, which level you are in, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys back in the next one.